Pixel art is incredibly commonplace. I don't need to point out that it's been here since the beginning of time. Wait, no! Since the beginning of video games. And I'm sure it's obvious that developers seem to enjoy using it to nostalgia hook your money right out of your wallet. For indie developers, pixel art is incredibly easy because it's easier to make and code as sprites rather than having advanced knowledge of modeling. And counting on how much effort you put in, you can get some pretty amazing visuals. It's interesting, because despite pixel graphics existing because of retro games' limitations, or that one game people don't shut up about if it's still 2012, it isn't going anywhere for a long while. So, segueing into this little game called Fez. Fez uses pixel art as well, but uses it so well, so expressively, unlike anything I've ever seen. Weight is so well expressed, Fez uses its pixel art style like nothing I've ever seen before, and uses it in spades. This simple polygonal art design shows more in singular animations than in entire video games, and it blends so well with the game's main game mechanic. 3D mixed with this adorable, lively, expressive art somehow does it justice. And I want to talk about this game. All the little cute details about who the fuck is this? So to keep it simple, because the plot, if you can call it one, plays a minimalistic if not completely useless impact on the game. So you start off the game in this lively little village. It's 2D, and playing this game blind, I had no idea what was about to hit. You climb to the top of the village to meet your granddad, and oh, this doesn't happen every day. You're given a Fez, and this Fez gives you an incredible ability. The ability to change your perspective. Pressing the triggers turns the camera and turns your perspective of the island environment you're on 90 degrees in one direction. And can I talk about how I love this mechanic? So, the goal is to collect bits, cubes, and anti-cubes. 9 bits make up a cube, and a mix of cubes and anti-cubes are necessary to progress further into the network of environments to complete the game. All the little characterizing details like the cute cheery skip as he enters doorways, how if you don't do anything for a while, Gomez falls asleep, or he bounces his cap. Wait, cap? Cap, the game's called Fez. Why did I let that through when I was revising this? The little animation he makes when he pulls his tubby little body up off of the ledges. All of this adorable little animated detail goes such a long way, and also looking at it keeps constantly reminding me of that one MMO game which I don't remember. Okay, editor's note. After recording the audio, it really bothered me that I couldn't remember the game that it reminded me of, so I searched high and low, and I found this. Cubic Castles. It's cause the characters look the same, you see? Also, this took 30 minutes to find. For some reason, I even had it played on my Steam account, but I just couldn't find it. I played this a lot when I was a kid on my phone, and impressively, it still has pretty active servers. This game just puts a smile on my face. And look at me for a second, mate, okay? I don't smile. The little jingle that plays when you collect a bit one by one, each going up a bit like a little song of its own, just implants the feeling of accomplishment for something that should be so menial and simple and boring. And I couldn't help but smile the first few times I got a cube. The way he just floats up and rays shine out of it, see, his face expresses it perfectly. There always seems to be a secret bit in every corner, especially when there isn't. Every new island I got to, I felt refreshed and excited to search it again. Except these Game Boy levels, these ones fucking suck. Yeah, the game goes through multiple palettes and environmental styles. The original Sky Island one, a Rainy City one, a mahogany brick-styled one, the fucking Game Boy one where you can't see anything, and even sitting multiple feet away from the screen, my eyes hurt. There's these tree areas where you're climbing up a tree and bouncing off mushrooms, which are actually a ton of fun. The observatory areas. One of my favorite rooms had to be this one where you need to platform across these really random blocks that spin at completely random intervals all the way to the top. Now this was particularly annoying because of stupidly random placement and turning intervals, which if you jumped wrong would drop you into the ever-swallowing abyss. But once you got to the top and turned the perspective, you realized they all fit together to make a single long path with a continuous ripple, which was incredibly fun and satisfying to run across and watch. Oh, what was my least favorite level, you ask? If the idea of collecting 64 entire cubes, a large majority of which are separated into 9 individual bits, as well as anti-cubes, which are much harder to find than normal ones and usually hidden pretty well, likely behind puzzles, although plenty cooler, then it's okay, because the game is beatable with a minimum of 32 cubes out of a total of 64. However, it's almost impossible to beat the game fully without reaching New Game Plus, because then you get the fucking sunglasses. And if you thought concept of perspective was broken already, now you can see shit in fucking first person view, which only makes this game even better to observe the area around you. I've never been too big a fan of puzzle games, but this game just sort of pulled me in. I can't help but develop expectations when I see a game, but this game was just something else. It was relaxing, it was gratifying. Overall, a treat to look at, a ton of fun to solve and play, and please buy this fucking game.